Today, we're diving into the world of audio interface design specifically for streamers and content creators, or as I like to call them, hybrid capture cards. We've got two popular contenders in the ring today, the Rode Streamer X and the Mackie Mainstream. Both promises to simplify your streaming setup, but which one reigns supreme? We're going to break down their features, compare their performance, and help you decide which is the perfect fit for your needs. First impressions matter, and both these interfaces have a distinct look. The Rode Streamer X boasts a sleek, minimalist design with its integrated mixer and customizable RGB buttons. The Mackie Mainstream, on the other hand, leans towards a more classic, robust aesthetic with its prominent knobs and meters. Let's start with connectivity. The Rode Streamer X offers a single XLR input for your microphone, along with line-level inputs and outputs with their high-gain Revolution preamps, with 70 dB of gain, which pretty much can handle things like this microphone that I have right here, but it's not plugged into this at the moment. But I digress. It connects to your computer via USB-C and has an external power brick. The Rode Streamer X dual USB-C output allows for easy dual PC setups. Moving on to the Mackie Mainstream. This one gives you a bit more flexibility with two mic inputs, a combo XLR port, and a TRS input, making it suitable for those who might want to record with multiple microphones or instruments. But be warned, it's limited to 60 dB of gain, which may not be enough for some dynamic mics. The Mackie Mainstream offers more versatility with its ability to connect USB mics and webcams via its USB hub. Now let's check out the back of these devices. As you can see with the Streamer X, it has limited physical outputs, primarily aimed at headphones and monitors. The Mainstream provides more options, including dedicated outputs for studio monitors and more flexibility around routing possibilities. Now let's talk about the software. Rode software is intuitive and user-friendly, offering easy controls over your audio settings, including effects like compression and noise gating. That's very important, trust me on this. It's a great option for beginners, whereas the Mackie software, while powerful, might have a steeper learning curve for some. However, it offers more advanced audio routing and mixing capabilities for experienced users. And trust me, if you're better at that, you're gonna love it. The Rode software emphasizes simplicity and ease of use, perfect for getting up and running really quickly, while the Mackie software allows for deeper customization and control, which can be beneficial for complex setup and shines more on PCs than Macs. This is probably one of the most important parts about these devices. Sound quality is crucial, and both these interfaces deliver. The Rode Streamer X provides clean and transparent audio, ideal for vocal recordings and streaming. The Mackie Mainstream also offers excellent audio quality, with its preamp handling a variety of microphones very well, and I can attest to that. Now let's talk about some of the pros of the Streamer X. You do get 4K video capture up to 30 frames per second and 60 frames per second with HDR pass-through. So to explain what I'm talking about there, it means you can record in 4K 30, but you can also, pass it through to like a monitor or a television that can handle 4K 60. So you can still play your games in high frame rates and stuff like that. You do get the really good, what they call the high gain Revolution preamp, which is around 70 dB, as I said earlier before, that can handle things like a dynamic mic, like the one I'm speaking into as well. Customizable buttons, like all these buttons here. Actually, no, I'm lying. The actual buttons that are customizable are these 4 buttons here. The rest are pretty much hardwired in certain ways. And these buttons down here would have you page through a bunch of different customizable setups that you may have for your setup. On the back of it as well is a dual USB-C connection for dual PCs. If you got the scratch, go right ahead. It's a pretty interesting setup. And it also is compact and small, which has a mounting point at the bottom of this, so you can put this on production tripods or whatever. Whatever makes you feel better for that sort of thing. The cons about this Streamer X It's relatively expensive at an MSRP around $400, but if you look around for like used versions or maybe do price match on Amazon or Best Buy, you can probably get it for little around half the price of this thing. One other con is that it does heavily rely on its software. So plus you're going to need a second screen to run this thing because of the pass-through portion of it, which if you're going to have two computers, you're going to have a second screen, right? So anyway, and it also comes with only one USB-C cable in the box, which as you can see in the back of it, it has 3, but one of them is only used for power, which is their power brick overall. Moving on to the Mackie mainstream, the pros are its versatile connectivity, robust build quality, and powerful software. Its cons could be potentially because of the steeper learning curve for beginners and less streamlined design compared to the Streamer X. Here are some more pros about the mainstream from Mackie. Physical controls for all audio inputs, very, very cool, nice tactile and everything. I really love them. Also, monitor outputs for external speakers, meaning you can buy speakers from wherever you get your speakers from a music store or wherever, and you can plug them in via a 1/4-inch connector, and you can have that, just have the audio go through that, or just 2 headphones if you prefer, whichever is, it's your budget and your setup. And also the ability to use USB-C microphones and webcams. So to explain a little bit about what I mean by that is that you can potentially, I don't know this, I haven't really tried this out, but you can potentially hook up a actual DSLR camera or video camera that has HDMI out, that has the pass-through, and also a USB-C webcam. So you can technically have 2 cameras running at the same time, like in OBS or something like that, or whatever is your software of choice to whenever you're streaming. Moving on to the cons, it is limited to 60 dB of gain, which may not be enough to run certain mics, like dynamic mics such as the Shure SMB. But I did test this a little bit, but I will say that it did run it, but yeah, it did kind of struggle a bit. You do have to kind of like turn the knob up a little bit more because this mic is pretty heavy in silence. I would say it's a pretty quiet mic, but you do have 48 volts on the back of both of these, so you can pretty much, get a little extra oomph if you need to. Also, you will not be able to capture in 4K from the Mackie, although you can output through the pass-through in 4K, so you can still play your game in 4K. You just won't be able to record in that, unfortunately. So, which one should you choose? If you're a beginner streamer looking for a simple and easy way to set up your interfaces, the Rode Streamer X is a fantastic choice. If you need more connectivity options, advanced routing capabilities, and don't mind a bit of a steep learning curve, well, it's not that steep, but you do have to spend more time with the software, and the Mackie mainstream may be the way to go. But remember, consider your specific needs and budget. Think about the type of content you want to create and the level of control you require over said content. I hope this comparison has been helpful. Let me know in the comments which interface you prefer and why. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you for watching.